Hi everyone, welcome to Westcoast Muscle Saws. I just want to show you a few things to check if you're purchasing a used chainsaw. I've seen a lot of saws come through here that were cosmetically very nice looking saws, but yet had some major components, engine component problems. Here's what I'd recommend if you're going to purchase a used saw, even if you know the guy, the customer, or whoever's selling it to you. Just for your sake and his sake, get that muffler off, look inside. Make sure it's in good shape. This has a aftermarket cylinder I'm not real happy with. You can verify that by pulling the cowling off and you'll see the markings on the side. But anyway, the cylinder looks pretty clean. Next test, you want to check the PTO side. And I'm going to show you this here. This is a good example. You just watch the spacing between that drum as I wiggle that crankshaft. I'm going to zoom in there so you can see it. This saw is definitely not a candidate for any work or use for cutting wood because it has play in here. I'm going to wiggle the crankshaft and watch that area right there. You can see where that moves. That bearing is loose in that crankcase. The lip of that seal will eventually give out. That will suck air. It will be a meltdown on that chainsaw. It doesn't always happen on the PTO side. Most of the time it does. Because of the tension on the chain, it causes that bearing sometimes to loosen up. It's not an everyday thing. I've seen it happen quite a bit. Of course, I look at a lot of saws. But you may want to also, and I would recommend it, take the starter off and do the same test on the flywheel crankshaft side. Anyway, I don't take phone calls anymore, but if you got any questions, I do try to answer some emails. And there's that email address.